back in the starting lineup. Her 102nd career game. They're all starts for Virginia Tech. And again, she leads the league in double-doubles. Over 18 points per game, is 4th in the conference, and she is the top rebounder in the ACC with almost 11 rebounds per game. Virginia Tech is 13-2, 3-2 in conference play. They own the opening tip. There's a quick whistle. Clock did not move. Katie Meyer, the head coach for the Miami Hurricanes in her 18th season. Katie with the most wins in school history. Over 400 career wins for Katie as well. The focus is today against Virginia Tech, which, as we mentioned, has had the Canes number recently. The Hokies come in on a 5-game winning streak in the series. You see Kenny Brooks step into the picture on your right. Head coach for the Hokies. 6th week in the top 10 for Virginia Tech as Amor gets back and collects it.
She does, and the Hokies really need to see where they can get going in their offensive sets. That didn't work out. Illegal screen by Taylor Soule on the block. But they've had trouble the last few games, especially trying to score against the zone. Since that loss to Clemson, each team they've played against has continued to play them in zone.
Miami the win Thursday against number 22 North Carolina, 62-58. Canes shot 41% as a team and made 8 3-pointers. Cavinder to the free throw line. Comes up short. Soule able to grab it, and here's Amor.
Virginia Tech really trying to push the basketball, establish Kitley early. And they do. I'm sure Coach Brooks is happy to have her back in this lineup. She's a big key of how they run their offense and their sets. She's a big reason why they're 13-2 to start the season.
Cavinder misses the 3 out of the corner over near the Virginia Tech bench, out of bounds and to the Hokies. And so Elizabeth Kitley, who is 3rd in the ACC, 54% from the floor, knocking it down.
Yeah, you give it to her, it's all money, and she's in that area. She's going to be able to knock it down. She can see over her defender, and that was a nice shot to start the game for Kitley.
Almost knocked away by the Canes, and Aryevets once again on the block. Kitley put it on the floor, and a foul is called. Pendande, that's her first.
And you see Virginia Tech being very intentional, especially having Kitley one-on-one in the paint. They have to give her touches when she's not being doubled and tripled like she's been the last 2 or 3 games.
And so Spearman will come in. Quick substitution by Katie Meyer for Pendande, who just picked up the foul. Virginia Tech beat Virginia on Thursday, and that was in Blacksburg. Kitley misses, weak side board. Williams and Amor. We'll keep an eye on that matchup throughout the game.
Speed all day. They are both very quick, fast guards.
Now Soule trying to check Williams. Shot clock to 10 for Aryevets. Trying to get around King, stumbles down. Foul is called on King for Virginia Tech.
And that was a good move by Aryevets. She decided nothing was going, but she decided to penetrate, draws a foul, and gives her team another opportunity at trying to score on the offensive end.
So Cavinder will put it in play for the Canes. Teresa Stuck, Safe Esho, and Billy Smith are officials for this afternoon's game. One of 7 in the ACC in women's basketball. 3-pointer. Roberts money.
We said she's in the starting lineup today, replacing Destiny Hardin, who's out, but she's been big the last couple of games, really taking advantage of this opportunity to be a starter.
How about Roberts with 10 points and 9 boards to tie her career high in that first start against North Carolina. Kitley has to send it right back out. Deasia Gregg in there, number 11. That's Kitley in close.
And you saw Haley Cavinder try to come over from weak side and help. but Kitley was just too big and too long and gets the score in the paint.
Elizabeth Kitley, the player of the year in the ACC a season ago, leading her team to the NCAA tournament. It's Williams again.
I mean, that is a big-time shot by Roberts. She's hot to start this game. Big three, and she's feeling it. She's like, hey, swing it to me. I'm going to knock it down.
Couple of threes for Roberts. And right away, she's pretty much on her scoring average for the season at 6.3 points per game. That's now 12 made threes on the season. Kitley has nowhere to go. Amore's the safety valve. Kitley, double team defense, and Amore shoots. Amore out of the corner in front of the Canes bench.
I mean, she's such a really good player, able to bail her teammate out and knock down a clutch three from the corner. You can't say enough about Georgia Amore and how she's played this season.
How about that triple-double back in early December?
Messed around and got one against Nebraska.
Against Nebraska, yeah, in the ACC Big Ten Challenge. Driving basket for Ariavets.
Well, these teams are getting after it early. They are taking it to each other, and a nice play by Ariavets in that last possession.
Kitley on the entry, the turnaround face-up.
Now you see Miami went into that zone the last possession, realizing man-to-man or one-on-one against Kitley, it wasn't working. She's getting easy looks early.
Cavinder on the handle, past two defenders, and it's over the rim and in.
And Cavinder, sorry. That's what she can do. Nice move by Haley.
The senior from Gilbert, Arizona. They feed it to Kitley, misses in tight, and then fights three Canes for the loose ball. Foul coming up on Miami.
And you see right here, Roberts just sizing her defender up and knocking down some big threes early in this game for Miami. She is looking fearless. All you need is a couple of stars to get yourself going, and she's going in this one early.
She and her teammates shoot 32% from beyond the arc on the season. That's 9th in the conference. Oldacre comes in. Virginia Tech basketball. Amore to put it in play. Kitley has 5 of the 6 field goal attempts for Virginia Tech, and there's another one. Good look at inbounds play, and Amore found her teammate.
She did, and that was a great inbounds play. You know they were looking for Kitley on the block. They find her. She knocks it down. Miami really trying to see what they could get going. There's something inside with Oldacre, but Williams being aggressive.
Roberts on the drive, got fouled, earning a couple of free throws.
And that's something Coach Meyer addressed with her team. She really wanted them to be aggressive and attack the paint. She understands the last few games Virginia Tech has given away a lot of points in the paint, and that's what Miami is trying to do this afternoon, get scores in the paint when they can.
Deasia Gregg picked up the foul for Virginia Tech, sending Roberts to the free throw line. The sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida, 74% from the stripe. Let's check today's 4 keys to the game with Fallon Stokes.
Well, we said it. The keys for this one, especially for Virginia Tech, they need to control the narrative and handle pressure. Coach Brooks has been big on that. And for Miami, Coach Meyer said her team needs to know the why. She has a young group that she's dealing with, a lot of underclassmen that get a lot of minutes, and they need to understand the game plan and strategy as to why they do certain things at certain times in the game.
Career win number 400 for Katie Meyer came last year in the NCAA tournament, and a win against South Florida, and they're trying to force a turnover, and they do with the pressure defensively.
They do. Guyman couldn't handle the pressure, and that is something that has been the Hokies' Achilles heel the last few games. They have not been able to handle full court pressure.
Miami is 9-6 on the season, 2-2 in conference play, 7-4 at home, and 1-1 against ACC opponents here at the Watsco Center. Oldacre backing down.
And Oldacre is a player that has a lot of promise for this Miami team. Coach Meyer is extremely high on her. The freshman, one of the top recruits in the country coming out of high school. She's getting some big minutes and trying to get it going in this game this afternoon.
Kyla Oldacre, number 44 in white, a high school All-American last year. On the three-point attempt, King got fouled.
And that was a bad foul by Williams on that play. You cannot foul King. You know she's looking for that three-point shot.
So when we come back, Kayla King will be at the to go. Miami is 9-6 on the season. Big win against a ranked North Carolina team on Thursday. And that was their first win against a ranked team. They had lost to Michigan and Notre Dame as ranked opponents. And here comes Virginia Tech, their fourth game against a ranked team. For Virginia Tech, getting Liz Kitley back in the starting lineup today. But 5 players averaging double figures for Kenny Brooks. Pretty tough on defense as well. And that's why they're 13-2 on the year. And King is at the free throw line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, that was a bad foul, that last possession by Williams. You know King is looking and gunning for that 3, and to foul her, to give her 3 opportunities at the free throw line, stopping the clock, and especially when Virginia Tech's down, Miami had the momentum. That's a tough foul.
So King is basically a double-digit scorer as well. She averages 9.9 per game. Surprisingly, just 61% from the free throw line of the season for King as the top three-point shooter for this Hokie attack. Miami has made its last 5 field goal attempts. Make it 6 in a row, Oldacre.
And that's just too easy. Oldacre at 6'6", going against Greg. She's just turning and scoring.
Virginia Tech has assisted on all 4 field goals it has made. As we go inside of 4 minutes, King once again fouled on a 3-point attempt.
And that again is what Coach Meyer was going back to about the discipline of her team being very young. Roberts, a sophomore, just repeats what Williams, the sophomore, did, fouling a 3-point shooter in King. And you can't run through the shooter. You just have to guard and get a hand up and try to defend the best way you can.
King at the free throw line for Virginia Tech. Does most of her damage from beyond the arc. In fact, 90% of her career-made field goals are threes. 90%, Fallon Stokes.
You know that was on the scouting report. And Coach Meyer is probably shaking her head like, they know she's a shooter. Why would you go out there and foul her and put her to the free throw line and make it easy for her?
She would probably rather shoot her free throws behind the arc from 22 feet 1 3/4 inches away. She got 2 out of 3 in that trip. By the way, she's got 189 career threes. That's 4th in Virginia Tech women's basketball history. We'll keep an eye on that as well. Miami wants a 3. Fight for the loose ball. King comes up with it. That was the first miss from 3-point distance for Roberts. Amor off the mark.
It's a good rebound, offensive rebound by Guyman. Maybe she'll get rewarded. Gives it right back inside to Kitley. One-on-one with Oldacre. This is what we want to see.
How about the follow away?
She wins the battle. The All-American with a nice turnaround jump shot.
And again, coming back off of that ankle injury earlier this week in practice, did not play against Virginia, and that was a close game, tied at halftime. Turnover for the Hokies. Amor had it poked away by Ariavets. And that'll stay with Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Amor was saying Ariavets hit it, but this inside play, one-on-one with Oldacre. Kitley sizes her up, turns, spins, and knocks down the turnaround baseline J.
The experience of Elizabeth Kitley, averaging a double-double. Senior from Summerfield, North Carolina. 6'6" center, has the basketball now.
6'6" against 6'6". You don't see that too often.
Amor with the shot clock winding down. Cross court to Soule. Right back to Amor for 3. Back iron, Oldacre.
Woo. That release is so quick by Amor, even though she wasn't able to knock that one down.
Hannah Cavinder has come in now for Miami. She had 9 points in that victory against North Carolina, coming off of the Miami bench. Kitley and Oldacre got tangled up under the hoop, and the foul goes against Kitley.
And you saw that last possession, Miami just being aggressive. Virginia Tech was in their zone defense, and they were really just trying to attack the zone to see if they could find open shooters.
Kenny Brooks, brief conversation with Safe Esho. Coach Brooks has done amazing things with this program. 7th year as the head coach. For the NCAA tournament the last 2 years. Cavinder is wide open. Wait, which one was it?
That was Haley.
Okay.
Hannah to Haley. The two, they look out for each other, and Haley's able to get an easy basket. Probably her easiest basket she'll have this afternoon.
14 and 15 in white collaborating, as they have done for many, many years. Transfers from Fresno State. Amor hit the deck after the miss. Johnson Sidibaba into the lineup for Miami, had the rebound. Hannah with the floater. Hannah Cavinder.
He said it. She had a lot of big minutes against UNC Thursday night, 9 points, and she is just continuing the trend. That was a nice runner in the lane by 15.
Hannah played 23 minutes off of the Miami bench in the win against Carolina. Knocked away from Kitley by Oldacre. Shot clock is at 8. Tough work on the baseline in tight quarters. Sol couldn't handle the pass. The arrow favors Miami.
Hannah Cavinder, as soon as she gets in the game, well, that's Haley right there with that play, but Hannah with the pass, the twin connection, and Hannah takes it in herself. Nice cross of Amor and has the runner in the lane. That was smooth.
How about that little dribble and slight delay between two defenders to free up for the shot for Hannah?
That was nice. That's a skilled dribble, a skilled ball handler in Hannah Cavinder, and she just makes a nice move, trying to put her imprint on this game here.
209 games combined for the Cavinder twins.
That's a lot of games.
That's a lot of experience on the court. Hannah, deep three. Kitley pulls it in. Trailer hustles it up. Greg, the unselfish pass to Amor.
I love the ball distribution, the way they're moving the basketball, Virginia Tech. Great decision. Greg had an open look, but she said Amor was even more open. Amor knocks it down.
Second three of the game for Georgia Amor, the junior from Victoria, Australia. She had 22 points to lead the team in that win against Virginia on Thursday in the absence of Kitley. Game clock down to 2 seconds. Miami had a chance, couldn't convert.
They didn't. Amor had great defense against Cavinder on that last possession, really moved her feet, and she is starting to lay it all out in this game. Nice swing by Greg to Amor for the three.
Amor had 6 points. Kitley led the way for Virginia Tech with 8. Roberts.
He will put you out there, and you see from the experience, a lot of the players coming off of that bench are sophomores and freshmen. And you can talk about Oldacre, how she's played to start this game, having to battle the reigning ACC Player of the Year in Kitley, and is doing a solid job thus far.
In fact, they outscored North Carolina 19-6 in bench points in the win on Thursday, 62-58. First win against a ranked team this season. Here's another ranked team, number 9 Virginia Tech, in the house at the Watsco Center. Here we go with the second quarter. Oldacre on the entry. Kitley able to block that one away.
Not today, and Kitley's like, I'm the reigning ACC Player of the Year. You're not going to get this shot in the paint on my watch. Nice block by Kitley. It was one-on-one again. Oldacre tries to take it up strong, but Kitley knocks it out.
218 career blocks for Kitley, second best in school history. Her fingerprints all over the record book at Virginia Tech. And a driving two for Miami and Dwyer.
And Dwyer is the one, especially off the bench for this Miami team. Another sophomore, but she can get it going, averaging around 8 points a game this season.
Just talked about those bench points. Kitley, who was back in the starting lineup, misses on the turnaround. Miami hustling down the court for 2 more, and it's Dwyer again.
She will push it, and that's something that Coach Meyer loves about her game. She has a nice dribble, but is lightning quick when she has the basketball.
Entry pass to Kitley, immediate double. Greg couldn't handle the pass from King.
And Miami is just getting after it. It's going both ways, but they are playing solid defense, getting deflections, and getting opportunities on the offensive end.
Oldacre with the one-armed rebound against Kitley. How about Lachey Dwyer coming into the game off that Miami bench?
Oh, Lachey Dwyer, I said it. She's lightning quick. This cross on trailer to the basket with the finish. That was nice. And then she comes back against King, just takes it coast to coast and finishes with the right. She is a quick guard that Virginia Tech's going to have to find early and try and slow down. They don't want her getting busy in the paint. She's getting started.
Dwyer, the sophomore from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Elizabeth Kitley. Over 1,600 career points, 4th in school history. She has picked up her 2nd personal foul. 1 of 2 from the line for Oldacre. So she'll come out of the game, give way to Pendande, who got the start. She started every game this season. Those are only trips 5 and 6 to the free throw line all season for Oldacre. Looked pretty good there on the second one.
That's not bad. And Coach Meyer gave her a nice hug coming out. She was proud of how she performed, or is performing so far in this one.
Yeah, 5 points so far, Oldacre. That is King for 3. Struggle for the loose ball won by Miami. Roberts, past 2 defenders. She made it look easy.
That was too easy, and especially against a zone defense. Virginia Tech has to do a much better job stopping the top penetration. She just took it straight to the basket.
She's got 10 points now. That's as many as she had in the victory against North Carolina. 10 points, 9 boards. Miami's on an 11-3 run. They've got the ball back with area vets. This game was tied at 16.
Miami's rolling right now. They're looking for each other, really passing the basketball, and the penetration is helping a lot.
Dwyer misses from 3. Miami now 2 of 7 on three-point tries. They are shooting as a team 55% of this first half as we play in the second quarter.
And that's another good look by Kitley. She's just unable to knock it down, and Miami's able to secure the rebound, and they're trying to see what they can get in their half-court sets. They've been really rolling the last few possessions.
Kitley's now 4 of 9 from the floor. That is in and out for Cavinder.
And this game is just going back and forth. The last couple of possessions, neither team is able to has been able to knock down a basket. But Virginia Tech, they need one. They're down right now by 8 to Virginia Tech.
Amor going for style points. And that's the first made field goal of the quarter. For Virginia Tech, they had been 0 of 5. Miami right now 3 of 7 in the quarter shooting.
Yeah, this quarter shooting wasn't as good as the first, but that was a big shot by Amor. She has been carrying this Virginia Tech team, especially in ACC play, being their leading scorer.
Amor and Kitley have 8 points apiece to lead the way for the Hokies. They've got the ball back. 4 minutes into this second quarter. A 1-point lead after the first quarter for Miami, 20-19. Greg lines it up and knocks it down.
And that's a shot that De'Asia Gregg is capable of knocking down. We've talked about it. I talked about it with Coach Brooks yesterday. She hit a big 3 in that Clemson loss, but hit a bigger 3 in that UNC win they had against UNC a couple of games ago, and she is becoming a better shooter.
Miami comes back with a bucket, 29-24. Roberts got that last one. This is Soule. Strong move. Kitley follows up and scores.
But that's what Soule has to do. It's not always about passing the ball to Kitley. If they can get penetration and give her opportunities at offensive rebounds, she can do what she did on that last possession.
Pendande inside against Kitley.
Hey, these Miami Post players have no fear this afternoon. They are really going after Kitley. Pendande with a nice move in the paint.
Her first points of the afternoon here in Coral Gables. Amor in traffic, and she traveled to her dismay.
And you see right here, nice play, nice in the paint by Roberts with the jump shot. And Pendunde just takes it right at Kitley. These post players from Miami have been fearless this afternoon.
Already to double digits in this game.
She is, and this is making it her 3rd game in a row in double figures. And she just got started very aggressive early in this one. We said she had a great game, her first career start against UNC on Thursday. And she is just continuing the trend this Sunday afternoon.
10 points against North Carolina in that game for Roberts. The game before that at Pitt, 15 points and 9 rebounds. Pendunde inside.
Once again, just too small. 24 points in the paint for Miami early in this game.
I think they were just warning Pendunde to leave that ball alone once it goes through the net.
And Miami really making Virginia Tech's guards work. They're turning them, going full court, trying to take some time off that clock.
This is Soul. Catch and shoot, and her first basket.
And that's Taylor Soul's shot. Anywhere around that free throw line end, she is money. Finally seeing that she's starting to get in a rhythm in this game. Virginia Tech's going to need her play this afternoon. She had 18 of 10 a game ago in a big win.
And that was a season high for rebounds in that win against Virginia on Thursday for Virginia Tech. Shot clock at 10, 3-point attempt. Amor comes away with it after the miss from Yvette.
Yeah, that was a good box out by Amor. And she can push the ball lightning quick. These guards from Miami and Virginia Tech are fast.
Amor goes behind the back.
So crafty.
Guyman is back in there, 35 in orange and maroon. Shot clock is down to 7. Soul wants it, demanding it. And Soul to the rim. Basket and foul.
And that's money. And that's something that Taylor Soul has in her arsenal. She has to understand any post player that's going to be guarding or defending her is not going to be as quick as she is. And she uses that speed and quickness and gets to the basket, gets the and one.
Pendunde picked up her 2nd personal in the drive by Soul. The graduate student from West Lebanon, New Hampshire, and the transfer from Boston College. .74% from the line for Soul, the old school 3-point play. That double-double that Soul had that you mentioned, Fallon, was her first double-double as a Hokie.
Yeah, that's big. She had a lot when she was at BC.
Certainly. A lot of dribbling and contact. Miami wants them to score the basket.
Yeah, Roberts is saying you need to count that one. Another big move by Williams. We talked about these guards from Miami. They're lightning quick, and they have good size to go into the paint.
So it appears that the officials are waving off the basket.
No continuation. I guess they're saying it's not NBA basketball. But that was a strong move by Williams, and now she's going to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Soul picked up the foul for Virginia Tech. 62% on the season from the line, Jalea Williams. Sophomore from Pompano Beach, Florida.
And she's a character. Watching her at practice, very animated. Makes Coach Meyer laugh when she doesn't want to laugh, but has a very great personality and is just a great kid for this Miami program.
It's supposed to be fun, Fallon. Come on.
It is. It's basketball.
I guess it's more fun when you win, though.
Right, when you win. When you win. And
which
you do
they
what your
did
coach
on
wants to do.
Thursday.
They
Yep.
did. They did.
In fact, both of these teams coming off of victories. Virginia Tech has won 2 in a row since a loss to Clemson. Amor puts on the brakes. Greg, side of the rim.
Yeah, an open look for Greg. She wasn't able to knock that one down, but Miami comes pushing the basketball. Haley with the open 3.
And a hit.
That was a great job by Haley. She really pushed it, passed it, established herself, and was able to knock down a 3.
First 3 of the game for her. 36th of the season, and that's the most on this Miami roster from beyond the arc. Haley Cavinder. Quick first step from Greg.
Miami is moving defensively. Anywhere Virginia Tech passes it, they're there.
Bumped by Cavinder on King.
And you see on this last possession for Miami, Haley Cavinder passes it to Williams in the corner, gets it right back, and she's able to knock down the three. Miami's done a great job of pushing the basketball in transition, try and open up that three-point shot.
Yeah, Haley shoots 43% from three-point distance, third best in the ACC. Meanwhile, the Hokies make the most threes per game, and they knock one down with Traylor.
And they can. Between Traylor, Amor, and King, you better guard those wings, because if they're open, even if they aren't, they're going to shoot it and knock it down.
So that's now 4 made threes for Virginia Tech. They average just over 8 made per game. That's the best in the ACC.
Hard foul.
Yeah, Greg and Oldacre went to the court. Traylor downshifting to the rim.
Oh, that was quick. She just took it coast to coast. Traylor said, if no one's going to stop me, I'm just going to lay it up.
Brianna Traylor had 15 points in the win against Virginia and a team-high 4 assists. She did it on the drive on that one. And it's a 1-point game. Same lead Miami had after the first quarter.
Good backdoor cut. Nice pass by Haley to Williams. And Miami able to extend their lead to 3. Miami back in their man-to-man to try and finish out this half.
Amor on the drive.
These players are just trading baskets. Amor lightning quick, gets to the lane and is able to finish at the rim. And now you got area vets trying to set something up as this time winds down in the first half.
5 seconds to go. All the way across. Entry Oldacre. Knocked away by Greg right at the horn. Making the defensive play.
But you cannot be mad at that play. That was a nice set play by Miami. They get an open shot or a good look for Oldacre. Looked like she may have gotten fouled in the paint, but it was a no call. Ends the half.
So Miami made 5 of its last 7 field goal attempts. Virginia Tech made 6 of its last 7 to close the gap to 1 that first half for Haley Cavinder. Sister Hannah had 2. Miami's got the basketball. Here we go in the third quarter. Miami, by the way, in that win against North Carolina, held the Tar Heels to just 9 points in the third quarter. They've got the ball now to start the third. Pendande against Kitley. Power dribble and score.
And that's a good move. I mean, she just took her time, was one-on-one against the All-American and scored.
Pendande hasn't missed. 3 for 3 from the floor. 6 points. Amor trying to work off of the soul screen. Shot clock to 8.
Miami back in this matchup zone, really moving and playing each Virginia Tech player, challenging each shot. Not on that one, King was able to get that offensive rebound.
Chance to preserve the possession for Traylor. Patience around the perimeter. Amor 4 feet behind the line, and she's ripping the ropes for the Hokies.
I mean, she is so key for this Virginia Tech team. I mean, she hits big shot after big shot. Never gets too high, never gets too low. Is steady and a leader for this team.
From about 26 feet away, straight on, Amor with the 3 and defending at the other end.
She is. She's trying to put on a performance for her mom who's still visiting. And she came down with the Kitley family, so I heard they had a bus, drove down for this one. So her mother has been supporting her the last few games, and she's been putting on a show.
Yeah, during the pandemic, she stayed with the Kitley family. They travel and turn it over. Didn't see her family for quite some time, and the Kitleys welcomed her in.
And this shot right here, she was from deep. Williams running right at her. Amor knocks it down.
Amor now in the game with her third three-pointer. That's 41 for the season for Amor, who takes the most three-point attempts on this Hokie squad. Pendande.
Good defense by Kitley. One-on-one with Pendande, had a little bit of help, but Pendande was not able to knock that shot down.
Virginia Tech looking for its first lead since the first quarter when it led 7-6. Tied at 41, traveling again. They turn it over.
I was wondering if that was going to get called. Traylor got in a little too deep in the paint, shuffled her feet. And you see Coach Brooks just thinking about it. He knows his team has to make adjustments. Miami being very aggressive defensively to start this second half.
8th turnover of the game for Virginia Tech. Cavinder. Foul coming up against Virginia Tech. Second on King.
And Miami trying to see if they can get something out of this out-of-bounds play. Coach Myers was a little frustrated by that last set. Good pin on that last possession by Roberts. Wasn't able to control it.
This is Williams against Traylor. Back out to Roberts. Free ball.
I think she just hit her career high with that one. She has been getting after it, has been fearless on the offensive end. 15 points already in this one.
You are right, Fallon, tying her career high with that three-pointer. Roberts now has 3 made threes on 5 tries. Pendande had it poked away by King, is out of bounds, off of the Hokies.
You see it, Williams penetrates, gets deep, finds Roberts open, and Roberts knocks it down. She has been money all afternoon and has capitalized when the Hokies have left her open.
So King now has 3 personal fouls, picks up a couple of quick ones here in the third quarter with 6:40 to go. Knocked out of bounds by the Hokies. Trying to get it inside to Pendande.
Yeah, it was a great idea, but I think Roberts should have taken that shot. She was wide open in that mid-range around that free throw line, and she can knock that down.
Area vets. Amor does not have the numerical advantage.
Right now, it seems like everywhere Virginia Tech wants to go, Miami's already there, a step ahead defensively.
And Williams defending Traylor nicely. Shot clock's inside of 10, Fallon.
It's a big shot. Amor has to pull it.
Deflected. Area vets ends up with it. Roberts did the work to deflect it at the other end. Up and in, and the layup from Williams.
Good transition by Miami. Cavinder sees Williams. Williams takes that one dribble over to give herself a better look at the basket and is able to knock down the layup.
Scoring drought of 3 minutes now for Virginia Tech. Soul. Easy board for Roberts.
Right now, Virginia Tech just looks a little out of whack, and you got to applaud Miami's defense. Virginia Tech uncertain what they want to do on the offensive end.
Miami shooting 54% as a team, gets a 3 out of the corner from Roberts.
And that's a new career high for this sophomore. Roberts has been putting on a show all afternoon for Miami. 8-0 run for the Hurricanes. And you see the swing pass, and Hyundai says, here, I'm gonna give it to you. And Roberts says, thank you, with the knockdown. Big time 3-point shot for the sophomore. She's getting it going for Miami.
Guys, security.
And you see it right here. Miami in this matchup zone, but they're doing a great job bringing bodies to Kitley. As soon as she touches the ball, there's 3 people on her. And that is what a lot of teams in the ACC have been doing the last few games against Virginia Tech. They understand they don't want her to get going in the paint. If she has her opponent one-on-one, it's guaranteed almost a bucket. But Miami has done a great job in this game defending Kitley in the second half.
4th leading scorer in the ACC has been shut out so far in this third quarter. averaging over 18 points per game for the senior, Elizabeth Kitley. Virginia Tech with the basketball. Third all-time meeting between the programs. Trailer, side of the rim. Gregg fights for it. Goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Virginia Tech.
And that was good hustle by Gregg to force Miami to get after it. And the ball goes out of bounds on Miami. So Virginia Tech gets another possession.
So there is a timeout on the court with 4:55 to go in the third. Virginia Tech shooting 45% as a team. Miami's at 56%, Fallon. That is way above their season average of 44%, which is still pretty good, sixth best in the ACC.
No, it's still solid, but Miami has been playing lights out in this game. You could tell they really want it. They want to get back-to-back wins against ranked opponents, beating UNC the other night, and now against Virginia Tech.
So we'll step aside for just a moment. Miami matching its largest lead of the afternoon, 49-41, here at Watsco Center.
This puts the surf and turf savings at the Fresh Market.
Miami, our hosts this weekend for our ACC basketball production crew. So glad to be with you alongside Fallon Stokes, the Georgia Tech standout. Is this the third time? Was she behind the line is the question.
I think she was, but that was a great heads-up play by King. She came off of the screen, got the basketball, and it was like a pro move, just decided to let it fly. Knew the Miami player was playing her too closely. Comes up off the screen, and you got Hannah defending her, and that was a great decision. Heads-up play by King.
It's the third time in the game that King has been fouled in the act of shooting a three-pointer.
Yeah, I know that Coach Meyer is going to look back at the tape, win or lose, and say those were 2 or 3 bad fouls by her team.
Virginia Tech is a good free throw shooting team. 76% fourth in the ACC. 2 out of 3, King. We told you, Fallon, that Miami's shooting 56% for the game. A big reason might be in the paint. All 15 of their 2-point baskets, 30 total points in the paint.
And that's exactly what Coach Meyer was trying to stress with their team. Virginia Tech has not done a great job. Good steal by Gregg on that possession, giving it back to Amor and to Trailer. Woo!
On the 3-on-2,
that was
Trailer
nice.
converts.
That was nice. Nice pass from Amor back to the trailing Trailer, and she's able to finish at the rim. But just going back, the Canes have been dominant in the paint with their 2-pointers, and they've been consistent, knocking those shots down.
That turnover was just their 3rd turnover of the game for Miami.
And those are live ball turnovers. Watching the game yesterday, practice yesterday, Coach Meyer was saying she didn't like live ball turnovers. Give me some push-ups. Big time play by Haley Cavinder with the and one at the basket.
Shot clock was winding down, and Cavinder took control.
She did. Right on Amor, who was defending her well, but was too close. And Haley was able to complete almost the 3-point play if she can knock it down at the line, but gets the and one. Nice finish by the senior. Wow, has made 130 of her 135 free throws.
That's now 22 of 24 on the season for Haley Cavinder.
That's pretty amazing. That's concentration and focus at the line.
2021 Mountain West Conference Player of the Year at Fresno State. Haley Cavinder, 14 in white. Her sister Hannah also in the lineup right now for Miami, number 15.
Good swing pass by Deasia Gregg. Amor not able to capitalize and knock it down. And Canes come running. Foul on Dwyer, though. She extended that arm. It was a push-off in the middle of half court. Fouling Amor in transition.
Dwyer was a nice spark in that first half for Miami with 4 points coming off the bench.
She was. She's lightning quick. And you saw she was trying to push it, but as soon as Amor tried to get in her way, she pushed with something else and pushed Amore out the way, and the ref was able to call it.
5 made threes in the game for Virginia Tech. They're going to try the inside with Gregg. Around Oldacre, and she made it look easy.
That was an old pro move with the one hand on the left side. Great move by De'Asha Gregg.
Old school against Oldacre. If I may. Cavinder to Cavinder.
I like when you say that. Has a nice ring to it. The Twins still getting it going in this second half, looking out for each other. Nice finish.
Cavinder squared. Haley has 12. Hannah has 2 points. Picked up the assist on the last one. Kitley double teamed. Has to send it right back out. Amore scraping the rafters. And the Kitley-Oldacre battle inside continues as well after the miss from the Hokies.
Oldacre has the size and strength to defend and play one-on-one, and then it doesn't hurt. She has the help from her teammates coming in and digging as soon as Kitley gets the ball, and Kitley's making the right decision passing it out. Her teammates just not knocking down those shots.
Dwyer threads the pass to Oldacre, does well on the catch. Got it back against Kitley. Out of bounds.
It's no foul? I mean, they are really banging down there. Whose ball is it?
It is Miami basketball.
And you see Oldacre takes that dribble, was looking for the foul, does it again and doesn't get a call. King hustles in and looked like they got the call right.
And then Miami and Oldacre loses the ball out of bounds despite the turnover. 6 of 10 from the floor in the quarter for Miami. Virginia Tech, slight struggles, 3 of 10 shooting in this third quarter.
Yeah, this third quarter has not been kind to Virginia Tech, but you have to continue to applaud Miami's defense. They are really moving and getting after it, getting deflections and triple and double teaming Kitley.
And that's Traylor going to the court awkwardly and staying down for the moment.
Yeah, even if she does get up, you got to take a moment. That was a hard fall, aggressive move. Good to see that she's okay. But she makes the decision, splits 2 defenders, and decides to take it on Oldacre, draws the foul, hard foul. Let's see if she's able to knock down these free throws.
First foul against Oldacre. Kiana Traylor at the free throw line. So Johnson Sidibaba comes in. Traylor is 77% on the season from the line. First attempts this afternoon.
And that was a good knockdown by the senior.
Played 3 years at Purdue, second year in the Virginia Tech program. Didn't miss a free throw in the win against Virginia. Was 6 of 6 from the line and 15 points for that win on Thursday in the Commonwealth clash against their rivals in state.
Yeah, this Virginia Tech team, they have some good shooters. They can knock it down if they're open, if they get a good look. Good save by Dwyer.
Good hustle from Dwyer. Shot clock down to 2. Hannah Cavinder, too strong. And then Oldacre over the top. Foul was called on the play. Oldacre got the ball right at the end of the shot clock off the miss, which did not hit the rim.
She did, but the referee bails Miami out from the shot clock violation with the foul call. And you see it. Hannah Cavinder goes in and misses the shot. Ball did not hit the rim. But you see the rebound by Oldacre, who goes back up and gets fouled in the process.
Gregg picked up her 3rd personal with 1:28 to go in the 3rd.
And that's tough because Virginia Tech does not go very deep, especially with their post players.
Perhaps the other issue for Virginia Tech would be that Elizabeth Kitley has not scored in this quarter and has only taken 1 shot.
And that's the defense of Miami. They've been very intentional in limiting Kitley's touches. And as soon as she touches the ball, they are doubling and triple teaming her to make her make a fast decision. And she has to kick it out each time.
Oldacre leading the game with 7 points, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. She'd only attempted 4 free throws all season long before today for number 44 in white on the bench right now. Gregg. That is a three that the Hokies really needed.
They needed it, and Coach Brooks has said it. We've said it. When Virginia Tech needs a big three, De'Asia Gregg comes up big, and that was a big-time shot for Gregg for the Hokies.
Second three of the game for Gregg, and the 6th for Virginia Tech shooting from beyond the arc. Dwyer defended by Gregg, and a foul is called. Now, if that's on Gregg, that's going to be her 4th. She just made a three, but committed a foul at the other end.
Yeah, and now Coach Brooks has to make a decision. Get her out of the game because they're going to need her in that 4th quarter. But a heads-up play by Dwyer. She's so shifty and in the paint, small in stature, but finds a way to draw that foul and is at the free throw line for 2 shots. And a heads-up play to get or to draw Gregg's 4th foul, so she has to go to the bench.
8 points for Gregg, but coming out of the lineup, as Fallon mentioned, with the 4th personal. Dwyer at the free throw line. First free throws of the game for Dwyer.
Good shots, and like I said it again, the bench and these underclassmen for Miami, they step up big. They are a huge six man for this Miami team. As we said earlier, averaging 31 points per game for Miami.
Canes are also 9 of 11 now as a team from the free throw line. Foul coming up. Second on Hannah Cavinder, number 15 in white. Miami has led for the vast majority of this game, over 24 minutes against visiting Virginia Tech, and Kitley springs free, and Amor finds her off the inbound.
She does. Spearman was holding her, and she gets free somehow. Kitley wide open on that out-of-bounds play and is able to lay it in, but good job by Kitley to get open and continue to be aggressive and find ways to score in the paint.
First points of the second half for Liz Kitley. 14 times this season she's hit double digits in scoring, not surprisingly. Area Vets was driving for Miami. It's out of bounds and stays at this end of the floor.
It does. Area Vets is looking like, where's the foul? But you have to say, Georgia Amor did a great job moving her feet.
Kyla Oldacre back into the lineup for Miami, trying to get position on Kitley, and a whistle stops play.
Yeah, that matchup right there. Oldacre and Kitley. Kitley picking up her 3rd foul, and they've been battling all afternoon. You see it's strategic. Coach Meyer has an opportunity on a dead ball possession to get Oldacre back in, and it pays dividends at the free throw line for 2.
Oldacre back at the free throw line for Katie Meyer. There you go, right
That's
there.
that line right
60
there.
points.
That's crazy. We said it. I was talking to Coach Meyer just about the difference from her team a season ago, where defensively they were holding teams under 60 points. And this season, teams are averaging around a high percentage, 70 points a game. And she said it's just the differences in her lineup, still trying to figure out what her lineups are going to be. And she plays a lot of players. But today, Miami has had a great showing defensively against this Virginia Tech ball club.
So Virginia Tech hanging around. Trailed by as many as 8 to Miami. End of the quarter, off the mark, Amor. So Miami led by a point at halftime, and the lead over Kenny Brooks' team after the 3rd, 60-54. So Miami with the lead as we head to the 1 of 2 shooting, and she had double digits in the first half. The ankle's holding up, though. A total of 24 minutes in the game for Kitley, who missed the game on Thursday against Virginia because of an ankle injury on the left ankle in practice earlier this week.
Yeah, you said it, and you can see some effects in this game with her lift. She's not able to go after those second tries or attempts at rebounds like she normally does, but she looks good on that play. Just doesn't fall.
Free throws coming up for Kitley. They'll be the first of the afternoon for her. Bendande picked up the personal foul.
And I can't believe we're saying that. This is her first trip at the free throw line this afternoon. She's a player that you expect to at least get 8 to 10 trips a game.
That's now 10 of 13 from the line as a team for Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech lost its first round game of the NCAA tournament last year for Coach Brooks against Florida Gulf Coast. Kitley scored 42 points in a losing effort for a career high, needless to say.
Now that's crazy. You drop 42 points, your star player. You don't expect to lose, but that's how the NCAA tournament is. Those games go to the wire.
Yeah, they lost 84-81 in the first round of the tournament. Miami got to the second round before losing to eventual national champion South Carolina.
Yeah, we were just talking about Kelsey Marshall earlier. She hit the half-court shot in the competition.
What'd she win for that?
I don't know, but she participated. I was like, that was pretty cool to see her out in the court.
And Miami won 21 games a season ago and 10 in conference play, all the way to the championship game for the first time in school history before losing to NC State.
Yeah, no, Miami, our Coach Meyer is building a program here, and bringing the Cavinder twins is just continuing to set that trend. Miami playing very well this afternoon against this number 9 team in Virginia Tech.
Hokies trying to cut into the lead. Three players surrounding Kitley. Shot clock at 10. Difficult shot falling away, and a foul is called.
I have to see the replay on that one. Spearman looked like she was playing good defense on Kitley, the freshman, and you said it. Anytime she gets the ball, the guards for Miami, they come in, they dig, and she's forced to take a tough fadeaway shot against Spearman. Great defense, hand in her face. I don't see the foul unless it's the hand, but Kitley back at the line for 2 shots. And that's how you have to do it. Kitley able to capitalize, knocking down both free throws.
One possession game. Miami's last win against a top 10 team came at the tournament last year. They beat Louisville on a buzzer beater by Destiny Hardin, and now they've turned it over.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be payback. The ref missed that traveling call on Spearman when she was able to knock down the layup, but the ref right there to make the call.
And again, you were at practice this week. Hardin unavailable for the game today for Miami, and it could be big shoes to fill.
It is. She's such a huge leader for this Miami club. Has probably the most experience out of all the players on this team. And I think one day she might be a coach at some point, because at practice she was coaching her teammates, telling them where they need to go, speaking and just talking to the team during practice. She did a great job.
Ball back to Miami, which has turned it over 4 times in the last 6 minutes, and a look of disbelief from Coach Kenny Brooks.
Yeah, he just is sitting down and trying to figure it out. I mean, this is a game of runs, it seems like, but Miami has had the majority of them in this game. His team is just trying to claw back and see if they can regain the lead.
Yeah, they set a school record last year with 13 ACC wins. And that foul's going against Miami. As Cavinder on the move, Amor is still down and shaken up, and now just coming to her feet.
Yeah. Have to look at the screen. Spearman goes in, elbow to the face.
It is Spearman.
As soon as Spearman tried to slip the screen, I think it was an inadvertent elbow to the face of Amor, and she takes a hard hit.
In the process of a basketball play, and we move forward. Virginia Tech with the basketball. A 3-pointer would tie us at 60. Trailer working baseline. Foul coming up. Spearman again. She was in the vicinity.
And you see Coach like, I'm gonna bring Old Acre back in for Spearman. But that was a good heads-up play by Trailer, the senior, going after a freshman in Spearman and getting back to the free throw line.
Trailer's 2 for 2 from the line as Spearman comes out. Old Acre is in. Efficient quarter from the third for Old Acre. 4 minutes, 4 points, and 4 free throws. And we are the first of 2 today. Check your local listings for the game and time in your area. 3 Eastern, Virginia against number 10, NC State.
That's going to be a good game.
Kitley misses. Another chance, and Kitley fouled again. The parade back to the free throw line for the Hokies.
Well, that's the way to do it. We were saying how quiet she was in that third quarter. But Kitley starting to wake up again in this fourth and understanding the ramifications of this game. You know, you don't want to come to Miami and lose a game that you're expected to win, being the number 9 team in the country. But Miami has done such a great job on Kitley. This is probably the most open she's been all afternoon at the free throw line.
Good hustle by Soul to get that miss. And now a 2-pointer will tie us, and it's Kitley from Soul.
Now, I don't know where Miami was in that possession. Soul had an open shot. No one was guarding her, and she's like, Kitley's open too, passes it to her. Kitley gets the easy lay-in.
18 points for Kitley on 7 of 14 shooting. Cavinder with a 3.
And what a screen by Oldacre. She blocked the defender, had Haley wide open for the top of the key 3, and she's able to knock it down.
Second 3 of the game, Haley Cavinder, 15 points. She and Roberts in double digits for Miami. Soul got free, and Kitley found her.
I tell you, Taylor Soul letting that soul glow in this fourth, and that was a nice cut. Kitley able to see the cutting Soul, and Soul is able to finish at the rim.
How about this game? 63-62 Miami, inside of 7 minutes to go in regulation. Soul trying to defend, and that was a driving Roberts.
And we hadn't said much about Roberts in the second half since she scored an 18-point, but let's go and take another look back at Cavinder. She tells Oldacre where to set that screen, and Oldacre's like, I'm just blocking. And wide open, she gets the knockdown. And this pass by Kitley to the cutting Soul, that's a nice play. Taylor Soul able to finish.
7 points for Soul in the game. Miami basketball. Dwyer on the inbounds. Miami got lucky there to maintain possession with Roberts. Against Soul.
I just said it. Roberts was quiet, but she's like, I'm back in the building, and that was a nice finish by the sophomore.
Roberts now with 20 points in the game for Miami.
Yeah, this is a game that's going to go down to the wire. We have a little over 6 minutes left in this one, and these teams are just battling, getting after it.
20 points for Roberts is a new career high, and that's a 3-ball from Roberts.
This sophomore is playing. I mean, lights out, no fear. She is attacking and scoring and getting buckets from everywhere on the court that she wants to get a bucket.
How about 5 3-pointers for Roberts?
That has to be a career high.
Come right back. Prior to today, Roberts' career high in made threes was 2. She's made 5. Big collision. Soul and Roberts.
She's having fun going at Taylor Soul. Taylor Soul trying to play good defense, but she's just attacking. Great drive, great finish by Roberts. And then on this next play, Haley Cavinder finds her for the 3. Trailer a little too late, and she knocks it down.
Kitley is also up to 20 points for Virginia Tech with that last bucket.
And you see these players head-to-head right here, leaning over. Roberts wants the challenge, and she is getting after it with this new career high this afternoon with 23 points.
She shattered the old career high of 15 points for the sophomore.
Looks like Dwyer's hurt.
Yeah, Dwyer is down behind the play. Dwyer trying to get back into the play. Amor fires away. Soul runs it down. And now the officials will stop play as Dwyer jogs up the court.
Yeah, Virginia Tech had a 5-on-4 situation, couldn't capitalize. Shot a 3 instead of trying to get the basketball inside to Kitley. But Dwyer, she slipped, penetrating against King, gets to the floor, and you see Traylor and King all over her, but she was grimacing and kind of grabbing her arm when she fell. Her hand got caught under King's foot. So she's off the court now, but just looking, has blood on her shorts from the scrape, probably from her arm.
So Kitley, who made just one basket in the third quarter, has 8 points here in the fourth. 2 of 3 from the floor.
And this defense by Miami, tough shot. Haley right there for the rebound.
Cavinder's pass deflected by Soul to King.
She was looking for her sister, but it was too many Virginia Tech players in the paint. Easy steal, easy deflection.
4-point game. Traylor.
These teams are pushing it. Williams lightning quick. Hey, this crowd would have gone crazy if she was able to get that lay-in, but we talked about the speed and quickness of this Miami team.
Jalea Williams has 5 points. Roberts has 23 for the Canes. It is a 4-point game. 4.5 to go in the fourth.
At Hardin.
The numbers. Miami, I think, has just been the numbers that you need to look at are the points in the paint, and they've been dominant in this one. Just scoring at will when they can in the paint, whether it's been the guards driving, getting to the basket, or their post players just making nice moves and finishing in the lane. So you know Coach Meyer is looking for her team to still be aggressive and is going to look to Roberts to try and help close this game out for Miami.
And looking for their first win in the series against Virginia Tech since January of 2019 when they won here at the Watsco Center, 68-61. 5 straight wins in the series for the Hokies. So glad that you've been with us this afternoon. Tom Wormy, Fallon Stokes, the former Georgia Tech standout, and our incredible ACC women's basketball production crew with you from the Watsco Center.
Yeah, awesome crew. We always have a fun time down here in Miami. So the game.
Wait, have you seen those shots we've showed?
I know,
from
right?
the beach and from the city of Miami and Coral Gables? Just a perfect day for basketball and hanging out in the sunshine. 4.5 minutes to go. And you see Dwyer. He's got the ice on the elbow. Fell awkwardly on a drive at the Miami end of the court. So she is on the bench right now.
Great defense by Roberts on Amore.
Traylor. Greg. Shot clock's at 5. Traylor, the recognition and the scoop, and she traveled.
Wow. That was so quick. I missed the travel in.
Don't blink.
The ref was right on it. She had the lightning quick Williams guarding and defending her, and she does travel as she gets that ball high on the glass with the finish, but just took too many steps.
That Hokie bench in disbelief. It was a pretty move, but an extra step from Traylor. And a quick step from Williams.
And I guess Williams showing Traylor, that's how you finish in the paint. She blows right back, right past Traylor and is able to get the lay-in.
8 points for Williams, who hasn't missed a shot, 3 of 3 from the floor. Miami, 57% as a team from the floor. Amore launches it, rattles out.
Big rebound by Roberts to secure that one. And right now, Coach Meyer just wants her team to slow it down a bit, get into their offensive set, see what they can make happen.
How about Roberts, not only leading in scoring with 23, but leading in rebounding as well with 6 for Miami.
Well, she's been incredible in ACC play, averaging around 6.5 rebounds a game.
It's going to be a timeout taken by the Hurricanes with exactly 3 minutes to go and 7 seconds on the shot clock. And leading by 7. We've been tied 3 times in this game, and every time Virginia Tech ties the game, Miami extends the lead. It's been as large as 8, 71-64.
No matter who you root for, we can all identify with the best in smart home security. CPI. Ring in the new year with CPI, and we'll include your choice of 3 free smart security devices. CPI Security. Identify yourself.
Three minutes to go, Fallon, and we have been treated to women's basketball in the ACC at a very high level between these two teams today.
Oh, we have. And, you know, we know the ACC is packed with some great teams. At the end of the season, you're going to probably see anywhere between 8, possibly 9 teams going to the NCAA tournament. These teams are going to beat up on each other. And talking to Coach Brooks yesterday, he said you're going to have teams with at least 4 or 5 losses this season.
Shot clock winding down for Cavinder. 8 teams out of this conference to the NCAA tournament a season ago, including both of these programs. King missed the 3.
King has not been able to get it going. Right now, you see Miami trying to slow the game down, continue to control the tempo and run time off the clock so they can secure this home victory.
So King has missed all 3 of her 3-point tries, and she leads the team with 44 made on the season.
Yeah, one of the top 3-point shooters in the ACC conference.
Shot clock again, late for Miami. Scooped up by King. Trailer, quick 2, lost it on the way up, and a foul committed.
And Traylor made a big-time play, big-time move, crossing up Williams. Was not able to finish when she got to the rim, and she's looking at the ref, looking for the foul on that shot. Goes hard, and yeah, that was a missed call. She was fouled on the arm going up. I'm with Traylor on that one.
And then Kitley committed her 4th personal foul.
Right now, Kitley and Greg with 4.
Kitley is the leading scorer for the Hokies with 20. Roberts has 23. Overzealous defending from King.
And I wonder with King shooting, she has that bandage around her hand. If that's affected her shot a little bit. Pretty consistent from 3 when she shoots.
Hannah Cavinder to the free throw line.
And if Hannah's anything like her sister from the free throw line, I'm assuming this second one's going to be a knockdown.
Hannah had only been to the line 13 times all season, made 10. She's got a couple there. And now the largest lead of the game with inside of 2 minutes to go. It's 9 for Miami.
And that's a good, strong move by King. We said it. She has been really headsy in trying to get to the free throw line and now going back for 2 more shots. But this is a critical point for Virginia Tech in this game. Right now, down 9. They're going to need both of these free throws if they intend to make a run to close out this game.
We were tied at 60. It's now a 13-5 run for Miami. Don't forget, coming up 3 Eastern, Virginia and number 10 NC State, one of 4 teams ranked out of the ACC as King makes the second. Evan Lepler and Tabitha Turner will have the action for you. So the lead is 7, 1:42 to go. Miami will have the basketball when we come back. Young fans in the Watsco Center hoping the U can hang on here, leading 73-66, 140 and rolling in the 4th.
Yeah, I'm surprised we hadn't seen any of the gold chains this afternoon, but it's been some great support for these Hurricanes this afternoon.
Gold standard shooting by Miami in the second half, 53% as a team.
Now that's amazing. If you shoot 53%, you put yourself in a great position to secure a win.
Shot clock at 5 for Williams. Trying to get past Greg.
Shot clock violation? Nope.
So Kitley grabbed it. Hokies back up the floor with Traylor. Virginia Tech, conversely, just 33% as a team in the second half shooting. And no field goals since the 5:57 mark of this quarter.
And they've made it difficult for Kitley. She tried to make a move, had to pass it right back out.
Soul able to keep it alive. Greg lines up a three. That's off the mark.
Virginia Tech really struggling in this last minute, and Miami capitalizing. Getting a huge standing ovation in the stands by this Miami crowd, cheering on their team, trying to see if they can secure another big win.
This would be a win against a top 10 opponent, and it would be back-to-back wins against ranked opponents, their fourth game against a ranked opponent this season. Told you about the game last year in the ACC tournament when they defeated number 4 Louisville in the quarterfinals and made it to the title game, losing to NC State. They hadn't beaten Virginia Tech since 2019, and it was right here at Watsco Center.
Right, and this is a tough venue to play. Coach Meyer, she has her team prepared, especially for games like this. At practice, she told her team this is a big opportunity. So you don't want to let these opportunities pass you by, because come March, they're going to look at this game. And if they can secure and get this win this afternoon, this will be a big one.
It's looking very good right now with just 37 seconds to go for the Miami Hurricanes and head coach Katie Meyer. If the score holds, that would be 3 wins in a row. They had lost 3 in a row prior and 5 of 6 before this mini winning streak. So starting to turn a corner for this Miami program.
And it's perfect timing in ACC play. And you see the play of Pendunde. We talked about Miami's bench, averaging 31 points per game for this Hurricane team. And they came with it this afternoon. Another big play by Williams. Cavinder with the pass. But you have to see the running mates. Roberts, she put up big numbers, career high this afternoon. But her teammates, they stepped up as well. Yeah,
the Coyote Tractor turning point in Miami. Every time Virginia Tech came back to tie this game, Virginia Tech has only had a lead very early in this game at 7-6. Every time they came back to tie, Miami had an answer, and it was a number of different players on the roster for Miami.
It was, and you know, this afternoon, they don't even have Destiny Hardin in the lineup, so this is tremendous. Roberts, a player that would usually come off the bench and be a spark for Coach Meyer's bench. She's been that spark for this starting lineup, and you said it. Miami has capitalized and had an answer for every gut punch that the Hokies have given them when they've tried to make a run and a comeback in this game.
And Virginia Tech has missed its last 8 field goal attempts, make it 9 off the miss from Kitley, and a foul committed.
Yeah, and I think if Haley Cavinder can knock down these 2 free throws, this will probably seal it. That's 5 on Kitley. She's out.
So 20 points for Kitley, 8 rebounds, but her 5th personal foul. Working on that tweaked ankle. Looked pretty good for the most part.
She did. Not a bad showing for her first game back. I mean, around her averages. But I know she doesn't care about those numbers. She cares more about the win.
Played 33 minutes.
Yeah. In
what looks like could be a losing effort with 33 seconds to go for Kitley. Cavinder may have sealed it there.
Yeah.
11-point game, 30 seconds to go. Amor must fire a 3. And the 3-point shot has not been there today for Virginia Tech. Just 6 of 21 from beyond the arc. And Miami in front 77-66, 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, you see Coach Meyer and her bench and this whole arena. The people are on their feet cheering on this team. The Hurricanes had an outstanding showing this afternoon, and they're picking up a big win.
The 10th win of the season for the Miami Hurricanes. That is 3 in a row, and they move to 3-2 in conference play. And what a performance from Roberts with 23 points, a career high. She made 5 3-point baskets. And Coach